PAdigger here. Thought I'd give you a video of my finds from several years now. There's fishing lures, some dog licenses, Cub Scout handkerchief slide, some of the rings. There's actually a watch there as well. 2014 I went to mine labbing in Atlantic City, and some of the coins, all kind of coins. There was prizes with silver coins, silver dollar. It was really a fun time. And here's some of the iron finds of horseshoes and all knotwuts and whatnots, and did some electrolysis on them and it turned out pretty good. Nothing major there. Some old brass locks found in a river. Pocket knife found in the woods. And now we're going to get into some jewelry finds. Many years of getting in the water. AT Pro, great machine. All kinds of jewelry, necklaces, and bracelets, and earrings. Nothing of great value here on this display, but just shows you the vast amount that's in the water. It's amazing, it really truly is. I believe this was the last couple of years. Sort of split it down the middle there, but as you can see, still a lot of jewelry finds. There's a bunch of rings, junk rings as we call them, and then you got more junk rings, some crosses there, all kind of stuff. And there we're going to get into some silver rings. There's some 10K gold earring, and then there's some wedding bands there, 14K. Some really nice finds, really is. I mean, it's when you get that gold ring in the scoop, there's nothing like it. Jump over here to another display case. I call it the 1800 Club. Several coins there, that large cents, toasted large cent, and here's a couple of really old ones. 1818 half real, and this one here is a 1 real, found that at a Civil War site. Really neat find. Actually, I found that with my breastplate, which I'll show you here real soon. A couple Indian heads, IHPs. Neat finds, they really are when you find them. There's another display case of, it's a Civil War site here, various iron objects, buttons. That's off of a saddle there. I don't know if you can see it very well. My lighting's not that great. There's a bit curved chain from a horse. Some bullets. The piece there is kind of neat. It's a mini ball in a piece of bark. Not too good a shot. Here we have a piece of a fired mini ball. You can actually see the rings where it hit a rock. Flattened that baby out pretty good. That was a neat find. PAdigger with my breastplate, which we'll go over here and take a look at that now. An idea of my display case here. Got them jammed in there just like we all do. Start down here at the bottom. There's some silver coins there. I can't really see too well here, but it's that silver Walker and some Mercs. Silver quarter, George Washington. There's a container of wheat pennies. There's some Indian heads here. And there's the breastplate. Really nice breastplate. It's got both hooks on it. That was a spectacular find. Very nice. Here's an assortment of Civil War harmonica reeds. There's lead, some buttons, Just an assortment of stuff there in the display case. Fired bullets. More jewelry. Probably boring you with all this jewelry. Most of what's in this case is junk as well. Cosmetic jewelry, no precious metals. Lots of rings, earrings, bracelets. It's amazing how they lose them in the water, and then yeah, the old AT Pro can sniff them out. Another case here. Some good gold stuff there. 14K gold. There's 10K. There's some 10K with ice in it. Diamonds, of course. There's some silver down here on the bottom of that case. Necklaces and bracelets. Silver rings. Earrings. Religious metals. There's a stainless steel wedding band. Tungsten carbide. Up here's a class ring I returned. It's a really neat time to return. That's the second one I've returned. 2 class rings. Very neat. Here's a 14K. Of course, my wife has commandeered that. It's a 14K white gold with sapphire, 44 diamonds. Had it appraised at $1,200. And then also here, which she's got in her jewelry box as well, is a 10K bracelet with garnets all the way around it. 2 nice finds right there. And up into the next case. Let me back away a little bit. This is the precious metals here. On the right side here is all silver. Rings, earrings. Water finds. Almost all water finds. Tungsten carbide. There's 14K and 10K. 2 nice wedding bands there that were found. 18K and 14K wedding bands. For some reason I weighed them that year. 20 grams of gold. Let me back away a little bit here. And there's some of the coins. Well, it's pretty much all of them. I've never cashed them in. I've got a rock tumbler that I tumble all my coins. There's quarters and new pennies, old pennies, 2 different jars of pennies. Over here's the dimes and the nickels. Sort of got them on display jars. It's kind of a neat display. There's many rings that I've found. Some in the water, some in the ground. That Honda key there was found in the water. Back in the back there's 50 caliber bullets and a casing found out in the ocean. Actually on the beach down at the ocean. Back away here again. And we'll go up another shelf, and there's some more Civil War bullets. I had to put some black tape on that to cover up where I got those, but that's a pocket knife and bullets and some grommets. And here we got some horseshoes, Civil War horseshoes that I run through electrolysis. As well as this, I'm pretty sure this belongs off of a wagon. You can still see a little rust in it. But that was one ball of rust when I found it and electrolyzed it, and that's one big nut, and I believe it goes on the end of an axle for a wagon. Various bottles and jars and some marbles. There's an old key there. Found that at a 1800 site. And up here's another bottle, an insulator, and Harley hitch plate. Someone must have drugged their hitch and knocked it off, and it was buried in the ground. There's a mouthpiece from an instrument, brass. That was a good hit. And then, believe it or not, that's a knife I found at a school property. Just some really nice nice things. There's some bunch of tokens. Try to keep it separate, but as everybody knows, it just accumulates and accumulates and turns into a mountain of finds. Back it away here. That Confederate flag, that's just a backdrop, and that was way before all the flak took over. But I think it makes a nice display. Sort of just span around the case there, and I've got these all laid out here as well. Stuff you've just seen. Thanks for watching. PAdigger. Later.